the Leviathan. This starts with a violent end.
What is going on YouTube? This is your boy Hawk, and today it's Tuesday, September 2nd. All of you guys are going back to school. Everyone has the back to school blues. That was, last night you were sitting in your bed, lying trying to sleep, and you couldn't sleep because you were so excited because of everything you're gonna, it's the first day of school. You're all excited. Every time, even myself, even before the first day of school, it's my last year and I'm not going back. I'm never going back. Never going back to school. The night before, it's like you can never, ever fall asleep. You can sit there for literally like 3 to 4 hours in your bed, just rolling around thinking, what's tomorrow? What's my first day gonna be like? What am I gonna do? Are my teacher's gonna be bastards? Or my teacher's gonna be cool? Who am I gonna have? What classes am I gonna be in? Am I gonna be in the same classes as people I know? Stuff like that. But anyways, this is a new school year. So many. The thing that pisses me off at the same time, back to school blues and all that stuff. But this fall season is going to be insane for games. Literally the amount of there's like September up until December. There's like good games coming out every 2 weeks, and that's gonna drop all of our marks, myself included. I know my marks. I have like a decent average. It's not an A, not a C, definitely not a C, but it's not where I want it to be. It's like right below a B plus, which is pretty bad considering how much time I play actually pretty good considering how much time I played video games this past year, which is pretty pathetic. Which, when you gotta manage your time a little bit better. I'm gonna learn how to manage my time a little bit better. But anyways, I'm completely I just wanted to talk to you guys about school for a bit. Getting back on topic, what I'm going to discuss is my thoughts on everything that we've seen so far in terms of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's break down the good, the bad, so to speak, the ugly in the game that I've seen so far. Now, the perks. They're in Gamescom. They didn't actually show all of the perks, which will explain why in one of my videos for the perk breakdown I said that dexterity was there, but I didn't actually see it in the creator class portion of the game. So there is some perks that they actually held back and didn't release to the public at that time. The kill streaks, score streaks look really good. The fact that the nuclear, now here's something that a lot of people are going to be, a lot of the community is going to be riled up on. The community doesn't want to see people camping for streaks, but we all know that's going to happen regardless. When there's chem strikes or when there's something big in terms of score streaks, I've heard, so to speak, that any of your kills that comes in the form of like a sentry gun, a warbird, or whatever, it'll actually count towards your nuclear. So that'll make nuclears a lot easier to get, which makes me wonder, there is some discussion that they may add a game-ending streak, or not a game-ending streak, but a really big gun streak ward at the 30, and then they may not just leave it the way it is from Black Ops 2. And the pub stalking community is probably going to be like, 30 kills, blah blah blah. The public community, the guys that just play casually, aren't going to care. The competitive community is not going to care as well. That could be a factor in the game. It's something that they still have to develop. They still have to, work out the tweaks, and they're still trying to work on that dead silence thing. I don't know. I have no idea what their actual what is their alternative to dead silence, because the perks. In Black Ops 2, you always had to run certain perks such as dexterity, toughness, and ghost. And ghost in this game doesn't even work the same way it did in Black Ops 2, where if you're not moving, you don't appear on the UAV. Oh, I said that wrong. If you are moving, you don't appear on the UAV. They actually just went back to the normal way, where a low profile just works. You don't show up on the UAV. So they actually took a step back there. They have Danger Close, which everyone is wondering, including myself, why would they include Danger Close, considering that you have so many different hand grenade, there's so many different grenade variations, and there's probably some next level rocket launcher in there that I don't know of. Maybe there's also some of the score streaks that have explosive launchers or attachments on them as well. I mean, there's like, actually I saw one of the score streaks. Each score streak variation has the opportunity to turn into a support score streak. Even though it may add on like 500, 600 points, the people towards the end of the game, even bad players, even though it takes a lot more, even the bad players will be able to get these high streaks, but it'll get them towards the end of the game if they're actually good enough to collect score and to get tags or to cap flags or whatever it may be. So that is something that we have to consider as well. So far the maps look pretty cool. We've only seen the 4 maps, but they look bright. They don't look, washed out and boring and dull, just like Call of Duty Ghosts. Even though Call of Duty Ghosts had some DLC that was really good, some of the maps were really good, but just their whole concepts, like the Predator, some of those things were really far out left field. Like literally, they're so unrelated to this game that you have to wonder. You have to wonder why Tina Palacios and Mark Rubin were even community managers. Why did they even sign up to be a part of Call of Duty Ghosts if they weren't even going to try to, interact with the community? I have no idea. But anyway, Mark Rubin and Tina Palacios, I think my sister could sit there and play Call of Duty Ghosts longer than they did. They barely played the game. Tina Palacios had like 4 hours. Mark Rubin had like 2 hours. And they don't even play the game. That's another rant. But anyways, competitive scene for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare looks to be it's going to have a lot of community support, a lot of support from the developers, the guys that put out the patches, all the guys that it seems like they've really taken their time. They have so many more game modes than what we'd actually need for competitive playlist. They have basically they can choose out of 5 game modes, which would that would be pretty cool, because then I can make it best of 5s for everything instead of best of 3s. A best of 5 with one of each different game mode, and that would really be a new meta where some teams would be better at SND, some teams would be better at uplink, or some teams would be completely really good at hardpoint, and then they wouldn't really focus on the last 2 game modes. They would just try to win the first 3, and then just forget about the 2. And if that actually changes the way pro teams would actually plan out how they practice, what game modes they play, who's on their team, and that kind of thing. That's something interesting. I'm really interested to look forward to. And just basically discussing. I completely briefed over it. I went over that quickly. But in terms of just this gameplay in the background, it's just a little bit of League play. Me and Manny, which was a long time subscriber of mine. Actually, I have to give this dude a shout out, because Manny is the only dude, one of the only subscribers that I've had since day one, pretty much. He watches every single video. He's the first guy to leave a comment. And I really wish that there were more. I really wish that I had maybe 5 to 10 subscribers just like Manny. I would be happy, even if if my videos got 10 views and it was all from those 10 people. I'll be fine with that. I'm really, it's really, I don't know how to say it. It's just a positive feeling to know that there's people that are loyal. They're not just there for giveaways. They're not just there asking you for a shout out. They're not people that are just genuinely interested in your content, interested in gaming with you and stuff like that. So thanks again, Manny. Thanks for watching the video. Shout out to you, man. And yeah, we're just playing a little bit of League play. I did ask the first 5 or 6 rounds, and then the last 2 rounds I clutch it out and get 2-3. Well, I'm not gonna spoil it, but let's just say I don't die the last 2 rounds, and I hold my weight. But yeah, so far Advanced Warfare is looking really good from the competitive side. There's a few things in there. There's maybe a handful of things that I'm really worried about. And the last thing, the most controversial thing I should probably say as well, is the parabolic microphone. Now this attachment will make anybody that's using a suppressor show up on the map. So that literally just takes away the element of surprise, the element of being the first person to flank and use those flank rounds to your advantage, and flank the enemy team, come up behind them, get like 3 or 4 kills quickly in succession, and you can just flank them. With the parabolic microphone, you have to either just take off the suppressor and just run around wild, or just really hope that they're not using that attachment. So I don't know, that's kind of like a deal breaker for me. That's a game breaker right there. So I really do hope that they evaluate their attachments and evaluate danger close and all these things, and just leave them out of the final build of the game. and maybe they'd actually balance dead silence in a way that it can actually be beneficial and much better than what it has been in the past. That all remains to be seen, but so far I'm really excited for this game. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a good awesome week at school. Take care, guys. Peace.